To our audience and those of you watching by video, we thank you for attending our residential real estate seminar. Thinking of selling your home? Talk with the experts. I'm Madolyn, a realtor and sales associate at Callaway Henderson Sotheby's International Realty, located at 4 Nassau Street in Princeton, New Jersey, and I will be your host for this event. Like many of you baby boomers, I have owned my home in Princeton for over 20 years, and I have raised my twin sons here. I spend the majority of my waking hours guiding my clients and customers in reaching their real estate goals. I'm a member of the Junior League of Greater Princeton, the Present Day Club, the Princeton Chamber of Commerce, and the National Association of Women Business Owners, the National Association of Realtors, and 3 real estate boards. To gain your trust, I would like to share my credentials with you. As a full-time licensed realtor sales associate serving the Greater Princeton area, I achieved the New Jersey Association of Realtors Circle of Excellence Sales Award and became a member of the Top Producer Club of Mercer County. To further serve your real estate needs, I hold the designations of Accredited Buyer's Representative, Senior Real Estate Specialist, and I am a columnist for the Packet Publications. Preparing your home for sale is a path you do not need to walk alone. As your real estate advisor, I've assembled several members of my team of experts to assist me in outlining the process you may want to follow prior to placing your home on the market. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Rebecca Minchanga, Witham Smith & Brown, partner and practice leader, Real Estate Service Group.
We're going to have a little baptism by fire today because we are going to start with taxes, everybody's favorite topic. So the rules set forth by the IRS regarding the tax implications of selling your home, they have changed over the years. And the current law is, to me, probably one of the most taxpayer-friendly ones that we've seen in a long time. In the packets which are at our table, I've provided Internal Revenue Service Publication 523 for you, which includes a lot of the detail and the worksheets that I'll be talking about today that you would need to be able to do these calculations. The general rule is that if you sell your main home, you may be able to exclude up to $250,000 of gain on the sale of your home. That number increases to $500,000 if you are filing a joint tax return with your spouse. Unfortunately, many people are not in this scenario right now in the current real estate market. And more unfortunately, if you have a loss on the sale of your home, that loss is generally not deductible on your tax return. So we'll first talk about how you would go about calculating the gain or the loss on the sale of your property, and then we will address, if there is a gain, how would you be able to exclude that gain.
Over the past 26 years, Show Homes, a national home staging company, has helped houses sell faster for higher prices. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Carla Shevitz, owner of Show Homes of Princeton.
So when staging a house, that's the big question. Do you stage? Do you not stage? How much is it going to cost me? Those are pretty much the basic questions that get asked. When I'm staging a house, I go to the realtor first and I say, if this house was staged appropriately, how long do you think this house would take to sell? Based on that, we then go back to the homeowner and we go over the different things that need to be done in the house. Sometimes it's more construction type things, sometimes it's painting, changing carpetings, and sometimes it's a simple thing as just rearranging, reorganizing, decluttering what's in a home. People are buying your house within the first 5 seconds that they walk in your door. So you have one time to make the best first impression. They're not going to come back to your house if they didn't get the feel. We say you got to feel the love when you walk into a house. So that creation happens really quickly. So we look from the curb to the backyard and go through all of the different scenarios with everybody.
Prime Building Inspections is a home inspection firm. They focus on providing home buyers and sellers with unbiased inspection reports of the highest quality and integrity. Prime Building Inspections is owned and managed by Stan Chow, who is not only a home inspector, but he is also a licensed architect. It's my pleasure to introduce Dan Chow of Prime Building Inspections for your home and your peace of mind.
A home inspection is essentially a unbiased, objective inspection by someone that is trained. They walk through their home and they provide you with a report on the various defects that they uncover, that they observe during their inspection. The idea behind that is to try to eliminate all the stress and uncover as many unknowns as possible before you put the house on the market. So what are the advantages to a seller? Rather than to be at the mercy of the buyer inspector, you now have the choice of engaging that home inspector. You're in control. Remember, it's all a matter of control in this particular process. There was an article in yesterday's US 1, and I want to read something to you. Heading off trouble. One of Madolyn's favorite approaches to selling a house is to have the seller do a home inspection before putting the property on the market. Why do we do this? Madolyn goes on to say, to keep the ball in your court.
Classic Creations Consultants. Stephanie D'Ambrosia, CID, owner of Classic Creations Consultants, has worked over 50 real estate offices and their agents in Mercer, Middlesex, and Monmouth areas to stage homes to their fullest potential so that they have a quicker sell rate for the highest price possible. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Stephanie D'Ambrosia, owner of Classic Creations Consultants.
As we all know, we're in a buyer's market, and we need to present ourselves to the fullest extent from day one. When you go to sell your home, you really have to think about it as a product. I am an interior designer. I've done a lot of model homes for builders. I've done a lot of show homes. And when the builders come to us, if you think about it, when you go into the model homes, do we see white sheetrock walls? Do we see no furniture? Do we see any of that? No, we have a well-designed, put-together home because you fall in love with it. Then when we get our home, we wonder what happened to the nice design work. But this is what we try to do with each and every home. Now, a lot of homeowners have the potential. They have what they need, but we live in our homes. We don't have, to keep everything picture perfect. But when we go in and we want to present our home to future buyers, we need to really come up with a plan of action on how to present it well. What I do, and I go from landscape through each and every room of the house, is I give a detailed report. It'll tell you where to put your books, where to move your furniture, what color it needs to be painted, if carpet needs to be redone, all these different things. So it gives the homeowner a very detailed plan of action.
Dan O'Cavage is a senior loan officer with Mortgage Master Incorporated in Princeton, New Jersey, with over a decade of experience in the mortgage industry. Dan feels that your business is more than just a mortgage to him. His philosophy and secrets to success is very simple. Throughout the process, he considers your benefits first, last, and only. Dan?
Just going to talk briefly here a little bit about mortgages. This is from Forbes, March of 26 of 2012, and the article is called "The Perfect Loan File," and I'm not going to go through it and bore you with all the details of it, but it is something that I truly recommend you to read, especially as you're going to sell your house and potentially buy a new home. You need to be prepared for the new mortgage experience. It isn't about do you pay your mortgage on time. That's also important, but it's the loan file itself. Everything is, I've coined it a financial colonoscopy, essentially, is what we do now. And we look at every aspect of your finances. You have a $300 deposit that your granddaughter gave you for Mother's Day. That has to be verified with a copy of the check, as well as a gift letter from the granddaughter. It's very important for me to tell you that the media makes it sound like you've got to have an 800 credit score. You've got to have 20% down. You've got to have $10,000 in the bank to have reserves. That's not the case. We could do loans down to 620 credit scores with as little as 3.5% down. There's FHA loans. There are a lot of loans out there. But the key is documenting everything into your profile, essentially.
I would like to thank all of the panelists who are an integral part of my Preparing Your Home for Sale, for attending this seminar and speaking with us today. For those of you online, feel free to contact me, Madolyn Greva, Callaway Henderson Sotheby's International Real Estate. You can call me on my cell phone at 609-462-2505, and I will be happy to connect you with the experts that have spoken with you today. For those of you attending the seminar at the Present Day Club, I thank you for coming today, and we look forward to speaking with you further. Thank you.